Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to the Vintage Story Guide. We are back in the world on this blustery fall, but very wintry day. And hey, it looks like our trees, our fruit trees, are starting to lose the leaves finally. In the previous episode, we put together the interior and a good chunk of the exterior of this little barn area for our animals. But as you can see, there aren't exactly many animals inhabiting these pens here. And today we're going to change that. After we changed an oversight I made last episode where I didn't actually go over the staircase with you guys, but I do actually like how this came out. I think it's a nice contrast. I think it really stands out because one of the problems that I have with the staircase down here, if I can get to it, or I blocked it off to keep things from crawling in, is that when I am running down this hallway, I always dive into this room first. Every single time. And I'm like, the staircase is over here. And I feel like if I had made this jut out just a little bit more, or made the entryway a different color, or made this entryway a different color, it might be a bit less confusing. But from a distance, I'm just like, yep, let's go for it. And, distillery, not stairs. So I kind of like that it stands out a little bit, maybe a little bit more than I intended it to, but I'm kind of happy with that, to be honest. So, part of today's episode is going to be about moving animals. And that might be a bit of a comedy show for you guys because they are notoriously hard-headed and difficult to move sometimes. But we're going to try it. And we're going to do them one type of animal at a time, probably starting with a sheep. And to that end, I have put together a bunch of wooden fences and some low-fertility soil. I have more in that trunk over there. And we're going to basically build a safe corridor for our animals to traverse across this half-mile or so of terrain and into our new barn area. And we're going to do that by basically just creating a little walkway with fences on both sides. However, bears and other creatures, mostly bears in this case, have no trouble reaching over these fences to kill your animals. And just in case, I don't see any bears out today, and we have 2 trapped in our pit over there and 1 trapped in a hole over yonder. But just in case one does spawn and catches a whiff of our sheep or our pigs while they are being moved, we're going to actually double this up and we're going to top it off with some dirt. Now this dirt actually serves 2 purposes. One is to keep bears from like jumping up or climbing over or doing whatever they are doing. Oh, hello, buddy. Wow. That surprised me. Excuse you. Get lost. As I was saying, so this serves double duty. It's going to keep bears from being able to do anything because they will get stuck under here if they try to climb over. And they shouldn't be able to reach through the fences. They can reach over fences, but not through the blocks themselves. The other thing this is going to do is it will stop our chickens from getting too freaked out and popcorning their way out. Because in order to popcorn, they have to be against a solid surface. So this should keep them from doing that. Hello. You know, I just had a dealing with your other friend. Do you mind? But yes, so we're going to make a little corridor going the whole way back to our barn over there. I'm probably going to try to make it as smooth and as flat as possible. So we'll see what we can do. I think we need to like raise up this bit of land over here a little bit and see if we can smooth this out, at least temporarily. I don't want to leave a big track running through the landscape here. Before we get started here, you will notice that we have a bit of a population problem in both of these pens, actually. And so we're going to need to thin these out a bit. Now, we're going to bring most of the sheep. We're going to bring 5 of the highest generation female sheep that we have, and we'll bring exactly 1 male. So we're bringing 6 sheep with us. So we have a Gen 4, 2 Gen 4s, that's just 1, never mind. Gen 3s, we can start getting rid of our Gen 2 ewes, and that's fine. The pigs, we're going to bring basically 1 Gen 4 boar and 2 Gen 4 sows with us. And the chickens, I'm not sure what we'll do with these guys. I'll thin them out, but we're going to bring as many of them as we can. Maybe like 5 or 6, because we need 1 rooster and then a couple hens to fill out the hen boxes. So we'll deal with them at last. But before we move on, let's start getting to work here. Alright, now that that business is over, we have a ton of meat and some raw poultry. And I am not sure what I'm going to do with all this, but I guess for now we're going to go and put it in our protein storage facility here. We have some more here already. And wow, yeah, we are getting pretty full up on meat there. It is time for us to do some cooking, I think. But I'm going to put this away. I might actually do some cooking tonight. And then in the morning, we will go ahead and get started on moving some of those animals down to our new barn. Okay, and with a whole new set of bull crocks for basically the whole next year, let's go and sort these animals out. Now, I think given that this is the sort of level of the land here, I think what I'm going to do is we are going to start our fence right here. This will be the south-facing fence. I'm just going to go ahead and line this along here and take it all the way down, probably jumping as many gaps as possible, and I'll fill in the land where it needs to be, but wherever the land goes up, I will follow the land. So let's get that done. Okay, folks, I have finished up our little run here, and it's a bit claustrophobic right here, but that's okay. We will get that fixed up in no time once all our animals are here. So we're going to work with the sheep first, get them into here, and then we'll be able to close this off, or to open this up and close that bit off, and we will get the pigs and the sheep in here in whatever order we really so deem. Probably the pigs first, they're pretty easy. Oh, really? Really? You jerk. We're going to have to run right through that, aren't we? Fun times. Okay, so for moving these animals around, we have a couple choices, a couple options. And one of them is the one that we used when we first got the animals, which is to just lay out some troughs and jump over our entire enclosure here. And just sort of slowly walk them down the line here. That's one option, sure. We could also just sort of open these up and see if they wander randomly in that direction, which is unlikely and would take a long time. So we're going to go for option 3, where I tear out these fences, and I tear out these here, and these here, and I smack one of them. Woo! Off we go. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you got it. Let's see if your ladies follow you. The answer is no, apparently. Hey, girls. Okay, well, that's a bit of an annoyance, but I think we can still work with that. Let's see if we can sort of nudge you around that corner there. There you go. There you go. Your boy is way over there. Oh, come on, no. Where are you going? There goes 2 of them. All right. You 2 may have become unhooked from him, not sure. Nope, you didn't. There you go. Well, you know what? For now, let's remove this. We're going to place a block higher up instead. And let's do a bit of that. That way you can't get caught on those corners there. Well, look at me, I'm clever now. You got this, ladies. You got this. He's over this way, girls. Oh, he's a little too close now. Hey, buddy. Ow. I need to smack you. Off we go. Well, he mad. And we going crazy. Hey, oh, dude, that's a bad spot to stop. Hey, here they come. Okay. Would you care to follow? Come on. Come on. Let's go. Yep, let's go. Your boy's down this way. He's a ways away. There we go. Now you're mad. You're properly mad. Out. That's okay, though. I'll take the hit. Anyone back here? Ah, you. Come on. That's more like it. I want to see that anger in your eyes. You know, I'm not sure I could run backwards this fast in real life. While the sheep is goring me. Right in the chest, no less. Ow. You're actually starting to hurt there, lady. Come on, come on. In here. Alright, that's one in the goal. And I need to patch back up. Okay, let's see if we can get these to follow us the rest of the way. They're already well over halfway. So, mail. Time for the mailman. Hey, buddy. Come get some. Don't make me go back in this rift 1,000 times. Are you coming or not? There we go. That's more like it. Oh, really? And in we go. All right. That's 2 in the hole. Hello. Let's go. Down into the pen. And we're in. Okay. Yeah, just the last one here. And looks like you're about to go in. You're trying to go around that corner there. Well, I'm going to go and sleep. And then in the morning, we are going to work on the hogs. Oh dear. We have a big temporal storm coming. That's not great. I guess we'll go make some spears because I don't think we can sleep through this one after sleeping for most of the night in our bed. Well, wish me luck as I stick my head right into the overhead arbory. Alright folks, with the temporal storm waning, I thought this would be a great chance to show you what I couldn't in the original video where I first experienced this, as well as in the short that I made because that was only a medium temporal storm. But this sound here, this sort of bang, bang, those sounds, those are the hi-hats. Those are the hi-hats. And we're about to get to hear what it's like when this actually starts speeding up here in a minute. Boy, we just got a bunch of residents, didn't we? Hello. Well, I will let them do their thing for a minute here. Because we are moments away from... There it is. So, yep. You can stop now. Thank you. But yes, that was the speed up. Very much more dramatic coming from a heavy storm than a medium one. But with that over, let's check on our animals. I think we have all of our sheep. I don't see any of them here. Let's count how many we have in here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 female sheep and 1 male. Perfect. Well, let's get tearing down this, and we're going to need to stop getting stuck in our run here. Okay, this should be pretty straightforward. Just going to tear these down, as well as this block right here, and these guys here for blocking off that part of the run. And we're just going to stop anyone from getting out of here. And there we go. Let's make sure there's nothing else clogging up the path back to the pigs, and we're going to do the same thing we did for the sheep. Hello, Pigglewigs. We are here to take you to a new home. Temporary one, because soon you'll be meals, but in the meantime, you'll have a nice home. I swear. Hey, let's see. We have the boar here. Let's see if we can annoy you enough to make you come get me. Apparently not. Come on. Yeah, let's go, buddy. Let's get your girls out here, too, while we're at it. Here they come. One's rounding the corner. Looks like it is, like, sliding across the ground toward you. Which is very weird. I'm going to stop you right about there, dude. Let your girls catch up for a minute. Let's see how they're doing. Are you going to follow me? No, you're lying down. Good. I'm pretty sure this one was just sliding in that position the entire time. Which just really makes my day. What are you doing here? Come on, get. Go find your boy. You know where he is. He's that way. And you're turning into ice now. There you go. Yep, keep going. You know where he is. Where are you going? Get. It's you and me now. Come on. There you go. Go find your boy. He is not that way. Oh, pigs. Shoo. Vamoose. Mush. Whichever one will get me to get you to get there the fastest. Alright, so here's our boar again. He might not like us much. That's okay, he doesn't need to. Let's go. And that's probably good. But as you can see, the pigs are a bit more finicky. They take a bit of coercion, as it were. Alright, ladies. I'm just gonna smack you too, I think. Oop, come and get some. Come on. Yeah, come get some. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Very good. Keep going. Tell you what. I'll get your sister. Or your aunt, whatever she is. Let's go, Piggly. Yeah. I'm right here. Yep, I'm here. That's more like it. Yep. Get all your aggression out. And here we are. All right, buddy. Come on. Let's go. We're just gonna go the rest of the way. Hey, your girl's following this time. Wow, look at her go. And in we go. Good job, buddy. All right. That is 1 out of 3. Let's go get 2 and 3.
1 hour later.
My goodness, crawling pigs is the worst. No, go in there. Don't let your boy out. Would you care to, get in your pen sometime today? No, you want to go literally anywhere into your new home. My favorite animals. My favorite. Come on. Shoo. Shoo. Go. Abracadabra. You're kind of going the right direction. Oh, no. Not playing that game, dude. In you go. Oh, my goodness. Okay. That's a whole day on pigs. Let's clean this up here. And let's go and get the chickens. They should be pretty straightforward. We should be able to just chase them from behind, and they should generally follow down this path here. Or rather, they should lead and not follow. We're just going to make sure that all of the roadblocks are out of the way. I don't want to have to try to get ahead of them to break any barriers again. Although, something to keep them, from going over there might be good. Hey, chickens. I'm here for you. Yeah, that's right. I'm here for you in a good way. I'm not... No, we're going to do home. Don't freak out. No need to. This is a happy day, a joyous day for you. Alright, chickens, go. Hello, chickens. Hello. That away. Fare thee well, chickens. With chickens, it's actually easier to move them before they're fully domesticated because then they don't run from you. And you have to then bribe them with food the entire way. So yeah, chickens before they are domesticated is much better. Go on. Off you go. Into your new home. Go on. There you go. All right. Wow. Wow, was that an ordeal. But not the worst, honestly. Not the worst thing I've done so far. And I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up. I'm going to make it morning. And then we're going to start working on the top of this barn. And probably something involving closing off the entrances because this is not a bear-proof design yet. And it needs to be because I don't want any bears coming here and killing all of our animals. So I'm going to work on that a little bit today. At least to get some doors in and get some walls up. I still don't think we will work on our roof for this section yet until we know what we're going to do with it for the long term. But we'll at least get some barn doors in, we'll get some walls up, And we'll keep the bears and other creepy crawlies out of our barn. And there we go. Our old farm, our old barn, is back up to its original glory. And we have no more mess here, just a bit of snow that needs to fill in and grass needs to grow. I think that is a job well done. Let us go pat ourselves in the back. I'd say scoop out some whiskey from a barrel, but that's kind of all gone bad by now. So we'll just comfort ourselves with some fruit pie while we run. Okay, and with everything nice and cleaned up, it is time for us to get to work on the first part of enclosing the space. I think we're not going to get an airtight seal today, because we're not going to do the roof here, but I just want to make it so that things can't wander in and then over the walls. And then we can take down this extra fence I have here in order to keep bears out. Now, I have been thinking about the doors to this place, and one aspect of them is we're going to have to sort of lower this land here a bit for our exit here. I'm going to clear out some of this space here of the snow, and I am declaring it, I'm not saying it, I'm declaring it, that we are going to use, that's right, Purple Heart 2x4 gates. I think these will actually look pretty good here because I've been tinkering around in creative, and I think since they're kind of far from the other colors of the house and we're using mostly earth tones here, I think we can get away with it. I'm going to put one here and one here. That way they swing open to the outdoors. Now granted, someone had mentioned that this right here, this is the bar holder for the doors, and normally these doors would open inward if it's like a city gate. But since this is a barn door, it's kind of less important, so I figured we can have our bars on the outside to keep the animals in. So there we go. And we have doors at either end of the space. I got stuck outside them. Now I want to do some framing in, I think, pine. So let's go ahead and get some of that in here. And let's start like over here, getting a bit of this in. And I think this will just be flush with the wall here. I might do like a little, I don't know, like a slab style wall, but we'll use full blocks and then chisel them down. That way we have some definition here in our walls. But then across here, probably a dirt block there, and then we'll come across like this. And then we'll do like an out like that. I'll pop down here, and we'll have a nice little frame right there. And I'm going to remove this. This again will become part of the wall eventually, so we're not going to worry about that block there. In fact, you know what? We might do this and then just chisel in the back half with some granite, cobblestone, or other stone. This one is going to get some lighter treatment. We're just going to do a bar of pine across the top, although, now that I see that, what are we going to do about here? Ooh, I know what we do. We'll bring this across one more, and then we'll do a post there, and then we'll kind of continue this roof around here like this. And actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and dig this out so we don't have this sort of weird mess going right up to the house here. There we go. And then we can tear up these, which I mentioned I wanted to do this in the last episode, where we will no longer be able to walk up our roof. And that also means drifters can't. Now again, bears can still, but I think this is a good start toward making our house a little bit safer here. Oh, we can. Sweet. Okay. So let's come in with some limestone for lining what's going on under here. So we'll take this guy out. And the rest of these will just go in right in here. And that is so much better. I like having just a little bit of a gap right there, I think. Also, again, for the practical reason of keeping things out. But let's get some more roof blocks here. We have a few of them sitting in a chest here. And let's see what we can do about these roof lines here. So let's bring this roof out like this. We're of course going to need a bit of cobblestone to put under here. I think we can finagle that pretty easily. And there we go. Yes, yes, we can fill this in with some more dirt. And now that part's all nice and filled in. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere here. And then over here, I actually want to address an oversight. And that is, this pine should actually be one block to the right here, to the north. So let's just drop these guys right here. And these need to become bricks. In fact, let's sort of just move this whole assembly over by one block. And we will move these guys over this way. There we go. And then that gives us the room to do a bit of this. We're going to do a corner roof here along the edge. And like that. We can bring this in just to here, I think. Nope, we'll go to here. And that way, whatever roof we have for this section can come all the way over to here and not worry about running into things, and it will meet up here and seal it nicely. And then we can come in with our granite again, and here we get to rip out some of this stuff and put some new things in. So let's just jazz up this wall a little bit with some granite variations. Okay, there we go. And then here, I think in this little window area, we could maybe put a few fences to just keep some airflow in here. Keep all the stinky animal air out. Or at least let it, get out of the house. And I think, I think I'm not going to chisel this down because we do have some chisel blocks down here that I don't want to have to mess with. And I think that should be fine. But let's chisel this into a bit of a frame. And that way it looks a little bit less blocky and other block gamey. There. I think that helps pretty well. Okay, now that's, I think, as far as I'm going to take it for today. Once we figure out what to do with this area here, we will put a ceiling in down here and kind of just zipping this place up a little bit. But for now, let's focus on what's going to go on up here. We have a nice large area, and I, last episode, suggested that we turn this into a bit of a productivity area. And I think what we need to do for that first is we are going to have to put some fences up. One, to keep bears out, and two, to keep ourselves from falling out. So we're going to put some fences up here. I think we will join these like that. I don't like the look, but in order to keep things out, we're going to have to. And we will just continue this around here until we get the whole area lined up here. And no, you don't go there. Since drifters already can't make it up here and bears are 2 blocks wide, they shouldn't be able to come through these gaps in the fences. So yes, I think we will go for this look. And it'll also give us a chance, if we need to get out there and do some maintenance without having to go all the way around. And also, it gives us something to do with all these stacks and stacks and stacks of fences. We have so many fences, I don't even know what to do with them. They're probably all going to get thrown out at some point, but we will see. Now, as far as use of this space goes, I am kind of leaning toward bees. Bees and maybe reeds. I'm thinking in these squares here, we could put some bees. Maybe not quite that one, but we could have some bees down here. And yes, this is crowding them a little bit for flowers. We can plant a few extras along here and in the gaps here and there to try to mitigate that. And maybe even plant some down here on the edges of the house or around the edges of the house. But we could also drop some more bees in over here and give a little bit of space for some more here. Maybe put one here, perhaps. And then maybe a couple scattered in here. Like so. That gives us, what, 1, 2, 3, 16 bees, which is 2 short of our operation over by the old house. That's not bad. And then we can come over here to our reeds, and we can actually plant these in the grass on the roof there. And that way we'll have a nice, easy source of cattail reeds for making more skeps, without having to go down to the water's edge and harvest them the old-fashioned way. Oh, hello. I am thinking, let's see, I kind of want to make like a path here. So I think we'll just sort of carve this out, and we will not plant anything here. But maybe like everything out here could be planted. And I have to shovel the snow first, apparently. Okay, so there we have our cattails, and we have our bees laid out. Well, future bee homes laid out. I think it's time, let's take a look and do a bit of a path here, because I would like to establish like a nice little place to walk. And we're going to do that with some gravel paths here. And we will take out some of these roof blocks wherever they get in our way. And we'll just keep going on here, although I think I was going to do stairs, but I do like a gentler step better, so maybe let's do some slabs there, and then continue the path down like this. And right here, I guess we'll have to do slabs like that. So, let's back this one up a little bit. There we go. And the path will end here, because this is the skylight for the chickens. So we'll leave that alone, but it is time now to populate our little area up here with some, you guessed it, we're doing lupins again, baby. Let's drop our really bright ones around first, and make sure they're not single flowers like these are. And then we'll do some orange lupins as well. I don't have any white lupins. We can go ahead and do a larger number of purples here, just to help round things out. And these we don't mind so much if they are small. And then the rest of these squares are going to all be blue lupins. Bloopins. And there we go. In summer, we will have a very, very bright roof. I think that'll be fun. And one last thing I noticed while I was messing around and trying to design things is that this roof here actually goes and lines up really well with what we have going on down here. So I was thinking we could kind of clean this up a little bit. And since this cob is never going to grow grass on it, we don't really want it to show. I can never actually break it. Here we go. I was thinking we'll just finish up this granite brick wall like that. And then we could just bring this over like this to meet whatever roof is going to go in over here. And we'll start this, say, here. And then we can finish up this roof area right here. And that will merge with whatever we have going on over here. I like it. This is coming together really well now. Look at that. That's the back of our house so far. I am digging it. And then over here, I do think we're going to want to chew out some of this dirt a little bit and make this a little bit more presentable. But I do want to have sort of a steeper entryway into this area here. And we are going to have some pretty high dirt walls here, or at least dirt here, so we don't have to go in and fill everything in here and have a really tall looking barn, because that wouldn't feel very Hobbity now, would it? Little do they know, we have like a 8-block high barn in here, so yep, illusions. We're magicians now. But it is time for us to go and pick up our bee friends, at least a couple of them from our home down here. Yeah, here we go. Let's just grab these two right here. We're going to take you and you. And I made room in my backpacks to carry them. And let's go get them nice and settled in down probably here, like in the middle. I think these guys will be the ones that we don't ever touch. And we'll just harvest these 4 around them. And probably the same for something down here. We'll have to figure a system out. But for now, let's go ahead and left control only. Scroll down to them. And right there, we hear the bees again. The last thing, I suppose, is going to be adding some lanterns here to keep the rifts at bay. Want that straight on. There we go. And we are getting some light bleeding through from downstairs, but I don't want to take any chances, so I think we're going to go ahead and put some more lamps right here and here. And that should give us a nice bright rooftop here that I think will be very vibrant come summer. Well, everyone, that is about all the time we have for this episode of the Vintage Story Guide. I hope you enjoyed the shenanigans in getting the animals into their pens, and I hope you enjoyed the decoration of our roof and are looking forward to seeing what it looks like in summer. We're going into winter here, and I think I'm going to try to sleep through as much of it as I can, because I don't really have any big plans for this winter, and we've already kind of done a lot of the front-loaded work along the way. I've already made food, we've done a lot of adventuring, we have a lot of supplies, so there aren't a ton of winter-only activities that we need to get to, or things that we need to stay around the house for. But in the meantime, while I'm not sleeping, we'll be working on the house. I have some ideas for some touch-ups we can do to the interior to bring it into line with kind of how the series has been going, and to make it feel more like things are better connected, even though we are, of course, having different themes for different rooms to make it look like they were decorated or built at different times. If you enjoyed the episode, let me know by leaving a like or a comment below, and I'd love to have you subscribe if that's your thing. As always, my name has been CarryOn. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.